our lesson is about ratio and proportion. Lesson 1, understanding ratio and proportion. So a ratio is a comparison of two numbers or quantities. It can be written in column form and in fraction form. So to write the ratio, the number of wins to the number of games played. So let's say the number of wins is 10, while the number of games played is 20. So the ratio of the ratio of the two quantities is written in column form as 10 colon 20, or in fraction form 10 over 20. These two are read as 10 is to 20. So pareho po natin siyang babasahin as 10 is to 20. That means that in 20 games played, they won 10. Okay? Ratio can also be written in simplest form. So just like in fraction, we can simplify fraction. We can also simplify ratio. Okay, so in column form, we have 10 is to 20. In fraction form, we have 10 over 20, di ba? So, to write ratio in simplest form, we need to identify first its common factor. So, what is the common factor of 10 and 20? Grade 5? What is the common factor of 10 and 20? Vika. Okay, 10. So that means we are going to divide 10 and 20 by 10. So 10 divided by 10, that will give us 1. 20 divided by 10, that will give us 2. So that makes it the ratio 10 is to 20, 1 is to 2. Okay? So 10 is to 20 and 1 is to 2 is the simplest form. Okay? Ganun din sa fraction form. So, hahanapan natin sila ng common factor. Di ba pag nag-factor tayo ng fraction, we need to find the common factor then between the numerator and the denominator. So, same din dito. So, just like in column form, syempre ang common factor ng numerator natin at ng ating denominator is also 10. So, that gives us 1/2, or 1 is to 2. We're good? Okay, so this means that for every 2 games played, one game is won. Okay, so for every 2 games played, yung isa doon na ipapanalo ng team. Okay, this one is the one I have mentioned earlier, that ratio is not the same as fraction. A ratio compares two quantities while a fraction represents part of a whole. Ratio of two quantities having different units is known as rate. Okay, so the unit that we are talking about here is, let's say, we have 7 days in a week. So our unit is, yung first is day, and then the second one is week. So yun yung two quantities natin that having different units. So we can also, there are also examples of units like distance or time. Okay, so maraming units na pwede nating gamitin. So, ang tawag daw po doon sa ratio ng dalawang quantities that are having different units is known as rate. Okay. Ano po ulit ang tawag? sa two quantities having different units? Nico? Ano ulit ang tawag sa ratio of two quantities having different units? What do we call it? Nico, are you with us? Nico? Okay, Aya. Called rate. Tatandaan nyo yun, ha? Okay. It is used to compare quantities such as number of heartbeat per unit time. Number of heartbeat can be per hour or per minute or per second. Okay, so hindi siya in-specify dito. Sinabi lang siya na as per unit time. Okay. Next, we also have cost per gallon or distance per unit time. Okay. Looking at the table below, the table shows example of rates and unit rates. Okay, there is a difference between the rates and the unit rates. If the ratio is simplified and the second term is exactly as 1 unit, the rate is called unit rate. Okay, so if the ratio after being simplified, ang nakuha nyo is 1 unit or may nakuha kayong 1, that is called unit rate. Pero pag na-simplify nyo siya, then hindi naman naging 1 yung sagot, that is not a unit rate. Yun ay just in case lang po, ha? Okay. First column, we have the rate. Second column is the ratio. Third column is the unit rate. And the fourth column is how you read the ratio. So the rate that we have here, the rate is the first given ratio, ha? And then yung unit rate is the simplified form if the quantity is 1 unit. So first given, we have 60 months in 5 years. Going back, the rate is 60 months in 5 years. So its ratio is 60 months is to 5 years. So paano naging 12 months per 1 year? What do you think is the common factor? We have 60 is to 5. The common factor for 60 months and 5 years is 5. So, kaya nung dinivide natin siya or na-simplify natin siya, nagkaroon tayo ng 12 months and 1 year. How about 432 pesos and 6 dozen? What is our common factor? Sean. What is our common factor for 432 pesos and 6 dozen? Can we divide 432 by 6? Okay. Okay. Medyo bilisan mo lang, Sean, ha, para hindi sayang yung oras. Sean, do you have your answer na? Okay, what is your answer? Okay, so pwede natin siyang i-divide yung 432 sa 6. Okay, so if we divided 432 by 6, do we get 72? Okay, so therefore, 432 divided by 6 is 72 or 72 pesos. And then 6 dozen divided by 6, that will give us 1 dozen. So, ito siya. So, that is the unit rate. So, unit rate siya kasi di ba dito sa una is 1 year. So, nakakuha tayo ng 1. Kasi kailangan daw, unit rate siya kung meron siyang 1 unit. Or after nyo siyang i-simplify, nakakuha kayo ng 1. So, ganun din dito sa number 2, we have 1 dozen. As well as number 3. Okay, so what is the common factor of 150 and 2 minutes? Jeric. Common factor of 150 and 2 minutes. 150 heartbeats in 2 minutes. Common factor. I'm sorry again. We need to identify the common factor to be used as a divisor for the two quantities. So we have two quantities, di ba? 150 heartbeats and then 2 minutes. So that is our two quantities. So what is the common factor na pwede nating gamitin? That gives us 75 heartbeats and 1 minute. Kasi 'di ba, we already have the answer. I was just asking for the common factor that has been used para makuha natin yung 75 heartbeats and 1 minute. Ano yung ginamit na common factor? Kaya tayo nakakuha ng 75 heartbeats and 1 minute. The common factor between 150 and 2. Jeric? Si Jeric ba yun? Ano? What is your answer, Jeric? $75, yes. 75 yung naging sagot natin. So, ano yung common factor? Can we divide both 2 and 150 by 2? What is... Okay, so pwede natin siyang i-divide. So, ibig sabihin, our common factor will be 2. Okay, so pag dinivide natin yung 150 by 2, that will give us 75. And then when 2 minutes is divided by 2, that will give us 1 minute. Okay, question in simplifying a ratio. Okay, what is it, Lara? Pag hindi siya 1, ibig sabihin, hindi lang siya unit rate. But you can still write that the ratio na nakuha nyo is the simplified form. Okay, let's say, halimbawa, we have 4 is to, anak naman eh, ang likot. 4 is to 18. What is the common factor between 4 and 18? Common factor between 4 and 18. Ano yung number na pwede nating or divisible by 4 and 18? Okay, 2. So, after we divided 4 by 2, we will get 4 divided by 2. 2. How about 18? 9. Okay, so the simplified form of 4 is to 18 is 2 is to 9. Okay, but 2 is to 9 is not, ay, ano ba nangyari? 2 is to 9 is not a unit rate since wala tayong nakuhang 1. Pero we can still simplify. Okay, hindi lang unit rate yung nakuha nating simplified form. Okay, it's just simply simplified form and not a unit rate. Question? What is it? Wala naman akong question ah. Ah, ah. Ito kasing nakukuha natin na unit rate is still simplifying. It's just that, since may nakuha tayong 1 or unit 1, ibig sabihin, yung simplified form na nakuha natin is called unit rate. Pero kapag yung simplified form na nakuha natin is not equal to 1, ibig sabihin hindi siya unit rate, pero simplified form pa rin siya ng ratio. Okay? So, both ang ginagamit nating process is simplifying the ratio. Kaya lang, meron lang siyang, kumbaga, different na tawag kapag ka ang simplified form na nakuha mo ay merong equivalent to 1 unit. Okay, unit rate siya. Pero pag hindi naman, it's fine. Simplify mo na lang siya. Okay, no questions? Shall we proceed? Okay. The ratios 10 is to 20 and 1 is to 2 are equal. Okay, so pareho lang siya. Since yung 10 is to 20, pag sinimplify, magiging 1 is to 2. When two ratios are equal, a proportion is formed. A proportion is formed. Proportion is defined as the equality between two ratios. Let us have A, B, C, and D as representations. We express A and B as one ratio or our first ratio, and C and D as another ratio. Okay, so ganito natin siya isusulat. A and B yung unang ratio, C and D yung second ratio natin. Okay? So, para malaman natin if these two are proportion, we need to get the product of the means and the product of the extreme. So, this one, yung nasa loob, ito ha, ito yung nasa loob. This is called the means. Means ha, yun yung nasa inside part. Means. Wherein yung nasa outside part or nasa outer part, that is called the extremes. Okay. Ano ulit yung tawag natin dun sa nasa inner part? Aya. Ito, yung nasa inner part. Ano ulit tawag natin dyan? Very good. How about the outer part, Maurice? Maurice? Ay, talaga si Maurice. Si Maurice ba yan? Okay. Ikaw ba yung sumagot nung una? Akala ko si Aya yon. Kaya talaga, wag kayo sasagot pag hindi kayo yung tinawag. Kasi syempre, recitation yun, tapos kayo pala yung sumagot. 'Di ba? So, wait for your chance. Okay, so yung mga tinatawag ko kasi, syempre pag tinawag ko kayo, then sumagot kayo, magkakaroon kayo ng recitation. Pero, syempre hindi ko kasi nakikita kung sino yung sumasagot. Hindi ko rin naman kabisado yung boses. Parang ang kabisado ko lang na boses is yung kay Sean at saka yung kay Jeric. Tapos nalilito pa ako sa boses ni Maurice tsaka ni Lara. Anyway, ano yung tawag natin dito sa um, outer quantity ba yan? Outer, yung nasa outer natin na ratio. Nicole. Nicole. Sisimula sa letter E. No, 'di ba yung ating proportion meron tayong two parts. So yung nasa inside part or inner part is called the means. Ito 'yon, means, yung nasa loob. Yung nasa labas, anong tawag natin? Magsisimula sa letter E. O, ang kasunod na letter X. No. Kasunod na letter is T. O, R. O, ano? Okay. How about gem? Do you know anong tawag natin dun sa outer part ng ating ratio? The outer quantity in a ratio. X. Kaya talaga, kinalimutan nyo kaagad. Extreme. Extreme. Okay? So, yung nasa loob is called the mean. And then, itong nasa outer is called the extreme. Are we good? Grade 5? Are you still with me, grade 5? Wala na yata akong grade 5. So, we can continue. So, by the way, para malaman natin kung proportion yung dalawang ratio, we can identify it by multiplying the means and the extremes. So, kailangan yung the product of the mean is equal to the product of the extremes. Okay, so for example, we have 10 and 20. So, ang sabi, 10 is to 20 is equal to 1 is to 2. So, what is the product of our mean? 20 times 1. Maurice, product of our mean. Yes. Okay, 20. Very confident. 20. And then, the extremes. Bakit may tuto? Wait lang ha. Yun. 10 is to 20 and 1 is to 2. So, according to Maurice, the product of our mean, 20 times 1 is 20. How about our extreme? 10 and 2. Nicole. 10 and the product of our extreme. 20. So, 10 times 2 is equal to 20. So, since nag-equal yung ating mean or product nung mean and then product nung extreme, that is proportion. Okay, so let us see this example. This one is, isi-simplify lang natin ha. 15 and 25. What is the common factor? Princess. Common factor of 15 and 25. Isi-simplify lang natin tong ratio ha. Para ma-simplify natin siya, ano ang ating common factor? Sino tinawag ko? Princess? Number na divisible yung 15 and 25. I'm sorry? 5. May sagot na si Princess, no? 5. Okay. So, 15 divided by 5 is Lara. 15 divided by 5. 3. How about 25, Lara? 25 divided by 5. 5. Okay. So that means the simplified form of 15 is to 25 is 3 is to 25. Okay? This one is not a unit rate since wala naman tayong nakuhang 1 unit. Okay po? So, if we would like to identify if these two are proportion, so gagawin lang natin yung ating kanina process. Product of the mean and product of the extreme. So, kailangan daw mag-equal. Our mean is 25 and 3, while our extreme is 15 and 5. So what is the product of our mean? Kid. The product, mo siyang, pag product, ibig sabihin, kailangan mo siyang i-multiply. Ano? So, ang mean natin is 25 and 3. Anong product nun? Okay, 75. Very good. Thank you, kid. How about 15 and 5? Gem. The product of the extreme. 15 and 5. The product of the extreme. So, ibig sabihin, i-multiply natin. Ano ba yung ating extreme? So, we have 15 and 5. So, 15 multiplied by 5. Gem. I'm sorry, ilan po? 15 times 5. Gem? Okay, 75. So, ibig sabihin, nakakuha tayo ng equal number from the product of our mean and the product of our extreme. So, ibig sabihin, that 2 is proportion. Okay? Let us have number 2, 21 and 49. What is the common factor na pwede nating gamitin to divide 21 and 49? Adam. Ano pong number yung pwede natin gamitin as divisor sa 21 at 49? Kailangan divisible siya sa 21 at sa 49. Di ba napag-aralan na natin kung paano tayo kukuha ng common factor? Ano po? What are the factors of 21? What are the factors of 49? Okay, so pag alam mo yung factor ng 21 and ng 49, titignan mo ano yung common sa 21 and 21 and 49. Hold on, Sean, ha. Let us give Adam chance to answer. Adam, do you have your answer na, Adam? Yes, pwede yung 3 sa 21. Pero pwede ba yung 3 sa 49? I don't think 3 can be divided with 49, or 49 is not divisible by 3. So think of a different number. Okay, very good, Adam. 7. So, the common factor of 21 and 49 is 7. Now, divide 21 by 7. Tristan. 21 divided by 7. Tristan? Nandito ba si Tristan? 20, 21 divide 7 po. Okay. Oh, ayaw ni Tristan sumagot. Sige, Lara na lang. 21 divided by 7. Lara? 3. Very good. How about 49 divided by 7? Aya. Okay, very good, Aya. So, our simplified form para sa 21 is to 49 is 3 is to 7. So, if we would like to identify if it's proportion, we just need to multiply the mean and the extreme. Okay? So, let us move forward for number 3 na ha. Hindi ko na ipapakita tong um, answer dun sa 21 is to 49 and then 3 is to 7. So, magiging proportion naman yun. If you would like to check, pwede nyo naman siyang gawin sa notebook. Okay. We have 6 and 18. What is the common factor of 6 and 18? Vika. 6. Okay. 6 divided by 6. Bibilisan ko na grade 5 ha kasi it's almost time. 6 divided by 6 is 6. 18 divided by 6 is, 6 divided by 6 is 1. And 18 divided by 6 is 3. So, the simplified form of 6 is to 18 is 1 is to 3. Or 618 is equal to 1/3. 618 din to. Okay. I have here two problems pa. But, it seems like we can go. Let us study the following example. Jasmine is taking care of plants at the garden. She uses 9 liters of water in watering 24 plants. How much water would be used in watering 40 plants? Okay. Kapag ganito po, kailangan nyo munang gawan siya ng equation. So, sabi, 9 liters yung gagamitin. 9 liters is to ilang plants? 24 plants. Okay. 9 liters is to 24 plants. So, ang meron lang tayo is 40 plants. So, we are missing the water. So, we represent the water since missing siya as X. And then, yung plants is 40. Did you follow? Grade 5, did you follow? Grade 5. Okay. So, we have 9 is to 24. So, if we are, dito na lang tayo magsulat ha. Kasi mas malawak yung space. So, 9 is to 24. Oops. 9:24 is equal to, wala tayong water ha. So, i-represent natin siya as X. And then, ilan yung plants? 40. So, we need to identify how many liters of water ang gagamitin para madiligan yung 40 plants. So, product of the mean and then product of the extreme. So, we have 24 and X. 24 multiplied by X is 24X. Okay po, nasundan, grade 5. Okay. The product of the extreme, 9 times 40. We have 360. Nasusundan po? Okay. So, para po ma-simplify natin, malaman natin yung value ng X, we need to eliminate this number para X lang po yung matitira. So, we need to divide 24 dito at dito. Okay? So, 24x divided by 24 is 1x or simply x. So, parang kinancel lang siya since pareho naman siyang 24. Para lang siyang 24 divided by 24 is equals to 1. Pero dahil may x pa siya, 1x. Pero in math kasi, pag 1 siya, hindi na natin siya isinusulat. So, simply, x na lang po yung matitira. 360 divided by 24. Ilan po? Ilan? Pa-divide nga po. 15. Yun pong 360 divide 24. Okay, 15. So, ibig sabihin, 15 liters of water ang kailangan ni Jasmine para madiligan yung 40 plants. Okay? Okay, so pag isusulat natin siya or para makita natin, we have 9:24 is equals to 15 is to 40. Okay? Product of the mean, 24 times 15. Ilan po? 360. The product of the extreme, 9 and 40. Ilan po? 360 din. Okay, so this is proportion. So, ibig sabihin, yung 9 is to 24, and then 15 is to 40 is proportion. Okay? So, we have another one. Tapusin ko lang to ha, bibilisan ko lang. On library shelf, books with blue cover and with red are in the ratio of 2:3. If there are 18 books with red cover, what would be the number of books with blue cover? Okay. So, ang ratio daw natin is 2:3. So, ang blue natin is 2 kasi 'di ba nauna yung blue cover with the red cover. So, ibig sabihin yung first number represents the books with the blue cover, and then the second number represents the books with the red cover. Okay, 2 is to 3. So, this one is for blue, and then this one is for blue, and then this one is for red. So, we are missing blue. So, X din siya. And then, yung ating red will be 18. So, this is our equation. 2 is to 3 is equals to X is to 18. 2 is to 3 is equals to X is to 18. Product of the mean. Sean. Nandito na ba si Sean? Product of the mean. 3 and X. 3 multiplied by X is 3X. How about 2 and 18? Sean. O, 2 and 18 na lang, Sean. Ano po? 2 and 18. Yung product po nung extreme. Ito, number 2 at saka number 18. Pag sinabing product, multiply. So, multiply natin yung 2 and yung 18. Ilan? 36. Okay. So, ano ulit yung gagawin natin to eliminate yung kasama nung X na number? So, kung ano man po yung number no kasama nung X, i-divide natin siya doon. Okay? So, since 3 yung kasama nung X, i-divide natin siya by 3. So, divide natin to. Ito rin, i-divide natin by 3. Okay, so cancel natin tong 3. X na lang yung matitira. 36 divided by 3. Ilan po? Maurice. 36 divide 3. Are you sure it is 11? Kulang ka ng isa. So, it's 12. So, 36 divided by 3 is 12. So, ibig sabihin, since blue cover yung wala tayo, that means, yung books with blue cover are 12. So, 12 books yung may blue cover and then 18 books yung may red cover. Okay, let's see. So, 2 is to 3 and then 12 is to 18. Okay. 3 times 12, we have 36. And then, 2 times 18, we will have 36. So, yun yung ating proportion since nag-equal siya. Do you have questions? Grade 5.